Have you ever found yourself wondering about the deeper meanings behind the acts of intimacy in a relationship? Greetings, my beloved friends. I am beyond thrilled to have you with me today as we embark on yet another thoughtful and insightful journey into the realm of human connection, love, and intimacy. Today, we'll be exploring a topic that might surprise, intrigue, and challenge your perceptions. The powerful expression of trust, love, and vulnerability that occurs when a woman chooses to perform oral sex on her partner. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. Your support means a lot, so if you find value in this video, please give it a thumbs up to help spread our message. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. Greetings, my beloved friends. I am beyond thrilled to have you with me today as we embark on yet another thoughtful and insightful journey into the realm of human connection, love, and intimacy. The topic we'll be discussing today is one that may surprise, intrigue, and perhaps even challenge some of your perceptions about relationships. But trust me when I say that this conversation is an important one. It goes beyond the surface and touches the very core of what it means to share an intimate bond with someone you love. Today, we'll be delving into the topic of women who choose to perform oral sex on their husbands, and why this act can be seen as a powerful expression of trust, love, and vulnerability. I encourage you to stay with me until the end because what I'm about to share could very well shift the way you view this intimate exchange. I promise, it's a conversation you won't want to miss. Now, let's take a deeper look at what's really going on when a woman makes the choice to engage in oral sex with her partner. On the surface, many people may see it as just another physical act, but there's so much more beneath the surface. This isn't just about pleasure, it's about connection, trust, and emotional closeness. When a woman offers this intimate act, she is revealing a level of vulnerability that is rarely discussed openly. It's not simply about performing a sexual act. It's about sharing a piece of herself in a way that expresses both affection and a desire to nurture the bond she has with her partner. In doing so, she's saying, "I trust you completely, and I am comfortable enough in this relationship to share this vulnerable side of myself with you." For many women, this kind of intimacy is a reflection of the depth of the emotional connection they have with their partner. It's about feeling safe, cherished, and loved in a way that allows them to open up and offer pleasure to their partner in an intimate and meaningful way. This act represents much more than a fleeting moment of physical connection. It's a profound gesture of love and care that strengthens the emotional bond between two people. By choosing to engage in this form of intimacy, a woman is saying that she is confident in her relationship, that she feels valued and appreciated, and that she's willing to express her love and desire in a deeply personal way. From my perspective, this kind of intimacy is not only a powerful way to connect physically, but it's also a way to nurture and deepen the emotional ties that bind two people together. It's a form of giving that transcends words and becomes an expression of affection through action. In relationships, it's often the actions we take, those small, intimate moments, that say the most about how much we care for and value our partner. Oral sex, when done in the context of mutual respect and love, becomes a language all its own, communicating desire, trust, and the willingness to put your partner's needs and happiness at the forefront. Moreover, this act can serve as a reflection of the emotional balance within the relationship. When both partners feel comfortable exploring intimacy in such a way, it creates a space where they can be fully themselves, without judgment, without fear. This kind of openness builds trust and allows both people to feel more connected, not just during physical intimacy but in all aspects of the relationship. It encourages a deeper understanding of one another's needs and desires, and in doing so, it helps the relationship flourish. What I also find fascinating about this topic is that oral sex can often serve as a way for couples to explore different dynamics within their relationship. There's something uniquely powerful about the act of giving and receiving pleasure, especially when both partners are fully invested in each other's satisfaction. For some, this exchange might even represent a balance of power or a way to explore vulnerability in a safe, loving environment. Whether it's about surrendering to the moment or feeling empowered by giving pleasure, oral sex offers couples an opportunity to explore different aspects of their connection. But let's not forget an essential truth. Every relationship is unique, and not every couple will engage in this form of intimacy, and that's perfectly okay. What matters most is that both partners feel comfortable, respected, and valued in whatever form their intimacy takes. Open communication is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and discussing each other's preferences, boundaries, and desires is key to maintaining a strong and fulfilling connection. No one should ever feel pressured to engage in any sexual act, and the most important thing is mutual respect and understanding. When both partners are on the same page, the intimacy shared, whether it involves oral sex or other forms of connection, will be richer, more meaningful, and deeply satisfying. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. In my opinion, oral sex, when shared in the right context, can be an incredibly intimate and meaningful experience for both partners. It's about more than just the physical act itself. It's about the emotional connection that underlies it. When a woman chooses to perform oral sex on her partner, she's making a conscious decision to express her love, trust, and desire in a way that brings them closer together. She's offering herself in a vulnerable yet empowering way, showing that she values her partner's happiness and is willing to go above and beyond to strengthen the bond they share. This form of intimacy also has the potential to deepen the emotional connection between partners. It allows both individuals to feel seen, appreciated, and cared for on a level that goes beyond words. When couples can communicate openly about their desires and boundaries, it fosters a sense of security and trust that can enhance every aspect of the relationship. And when intimacy is rooted in love, respect, and mutual understanding, it becomes a powerful force that strengthens the emotional ties between two people. So, as we wrap up this conversation, I want to encourage you to think about intimacy in a broader sense. It's not just about physical acts or fleeting moments of pleasure. It's about the emotional connection and trust that you build with your partner. Whether oral sex is part of your relationship or not, what truly matters is the respect, communication, and care that you bring to your partnership. When you nurture these elements, intimacy in all its forms becomes a deeper, more meaningful experience that can bring you closer to your partner, both physically and emotionally. And let's not forget the mutual care involved. It's not just about giving pleasure. It's about being present, connected, and fully attuned to one another. There's a beauty in that level of attentiveness, where both partners are focused on creating a space where they can share their most intimate selves. To me, this practice is an embodiment of love at its most raw and honest. It's the physical representation of the emotional investment both partners make to ensure their relationship continues to grow stronger, both physically and emotionally. So, as we move forward in this discussion, I encourage you to consider not only the physical aspect of oral sex, but also the layers of meaning it carries. There's a tenderness, a warmth, and a sincerity in this gesture that is sometimes overlooked. Stay with me until the end, because there's still so much to uncover about the beauty and complexity of this intimate act, and I promise, the insights you gain might just change how you view your own relationships. Hello, dear friends, and welcome to another heartfelt and enlightening conversation. Today, I want to take you on a journey into an often overlooked but deeply intimate aspect of relationships, one that touches on both the physical and emotional bonds between partners. We're going to explore the topic of women who choose to engage in oral sex with their husbands, a subject that is not only fascinating but also incredibly important to understand from multiple angles. I urge you to stay with me until the very end because what we're about to dive into may shift your perspective, spark new insights, and perhaps even offer a deeper appreciation for the many ways intimacy can manifest in a relationship. To begin, let's recognize that oral sex, when performed consensually and with mutual respect, is much more than a physical act. It's an expression of vulnerability, trust, and a desire to deepen the connection between two people. For many women, choosing to perform oral sex on their partner is not only a way to explore their sexuality, but also a way to communicate love and care. This intimate act often goes beyond the mere mechanics of pleasure. It becomes a form of expression that speaks to the unspoken bond between two people who trust and value one another. In my personal opinion, there's something truly powerful in the way a woman can take control of her partner's pleasure. It's not just about giving, it's about asserting confidence in her own abilities, and there's something deeply empowering about that. For some women, this can be a liberating experience, a moment where they feel completely in tune with their own sexuality, taking pride in the joy and satisfaction they can bring to their partner. It becomes an act of love, not obligation, where the focus is on creating a space of shared pleasure and mutual respect. Furthermore, in many healthy relationships, there's a beautiful sense of balance that comes with this kind of intimacy. Reciprocity plays a huge role here. When a woman engages in oral sex, she's often met with the same level of care and attention from her partner, reinforcing that both are equally invested in one another's happiness. This back-and-forth dynamic, the giving and receiving of pleasure, is not only satisfying on a physical level but also reinforces the emotional bond that couples share. It's a cycle of love and care, where both partners are actively participating in making the other feel valued and cherished. But let's not forget that every couple is different, and what works for one relationship might not work for another. Some couples may not feel comfortable with oral sex, and that's completely normal. The key here is open, honest communication. Being able to talk freely about one's preferences, boundaries, and desires is essential to building a relationship where both people feel respected and understood. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to intimacy, and it's important for each couple to find what works for them, ensuring that both partners are comfortable with the level of physical connection they share. It's also crucial to emphasize that oral sex, like any other form of intimacy, should always be consensual. Mutual consent is the foundation of any healthy sexual relationship. It ensures that both partners are fully engaged in the act, not out of obligation or pressure, but because they genuinely want to share this experience with each other. When practiced with respect and understanding, oral sex can be a beautiful way for couples to express their love and affection, creating moments of closeness that go beyond the physical and touch the emotional core of the relationship. From a broader perspective, oral sex can be seen as a profound act of trust. When two people are willing to be vulnerable with each other in this way, it speaks to the depth of their emotional connection. They are saying, "I trust you with my body, my pleasure, and my well-being." This level of intimacy can foster a deep sense of security within the relationship, allowing both partners to feel more connected and appreciated. Moreover, studies have shown that sexual activity, including oral sex, can have significant benefits for both emotional and physical health. The release of endorphins and other feel-good hormones during orgasm can help relieve stress, elevate mood, and promote a sense of overall well-being. For many couples, the shared experience of reaching this level of pleasure together can strengthen their emotional bond, creating a sense of unity and closeness that transcends the act itself. In my view, one of the most beautiful aspects of oral sex in a relationship is the mutual care it fosters. It's not just about physical gratification, it's about being fully present with your partner, attuned to their needs and desires, and working together to create a moment of shared joy. There's a profound tenderness in this exchange, where both partners are giving and receiving in a way that deepens their emotional and physical connection. It's a reminder that intimacy is not just about the body, it's about the heart and mind as well. And let's be real, relationships are not always easy. They require work, patience, and a willingness to communicate openly and honestly about even the most intimate aspects of life. But when couples are able to engage in these types of discussions, especially about their sexual desires and boundaries, they are laying the groundwork for a relationship that is not only satisfying but also deeply fulfilling on both an emotional and physical level. Ultimately, oral sex, when approached with love, respect, and open communication, can be a powerful way for couples to enhance their connection. It's a form of intimacy that, when done consensually and with mutual care, allows both partners to feel valued, appreciated, and loved. Whether or not it's a part of your relationship, the most important thing is to ensure that you and your partner are communicating openly about your needs and desires, creating a space where both of you feel safe, respected, and deeply connected. It's crucial to highlight that oral sex can open doors to new levels of exploration and enjoyment in a couple's sexual relationship. By trying out different techniques, positions, or even simply adjusting the pace and rhythm, couples can unlock untapped sources of pleasure and intimacy. This kind of mutual experimentation isn't just about physical satisfaction, it's also a way to bond emotionally. When two people explore their desires together, they gain a deeper understanding of each other's needs, preferences, and vulnerabilities, which can enhance their overall connection and strengthen the trust within their relationship. In my opinion, it's a beautiful journey of discovery that can keep the passion alive and make the relationship even more fulfilling. That said, it's also incredibly important to recognize that not every couple feels comfortable engaging in oral sex, and that's entirely valid and normal. We all have different comfort zones, and these boundaries must be respected within any relationship. What works for one couple may not be suitable for another, and that's okay. The beauty of a healthy sexual relationship lies in the ability to communicate openly and honestly about these preferences without fear of judgment or pressure. If one or both partners feel uncertain about oral sex, it's vital to have a compassionate conversation that allows each person to express their feelings, whether they're curious, hesitant, or somewhere in between. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Respect for boundaries is paramount. Being able to say no or I'm not comfortable with this is just as important as expressing curiosity or desire. This back-and-forth dialogue ensures that both individuals feel safe, valued, and heard, which is essential for creating a nurturing sexual environment where both people can thrive. From my perspective, sexual satisfaction is not just about pleasure but also about emotional security. Knowing that your partner honors your boundaries is a key aspect of feeling truly connected. On another note, practicing oral sex safely and responsibly is essential to maintaining sexual health. Many people overlook the fact that oral sex, like any other sexual activity, carries the risk of sexually transmitted infections, STIs. It's so important to take preventive measures to protect both partners. Using condoms or dental dams during oral sex can significantly reduce the risk of STI transmission, ensuring that both parties are safeguarding their health while still enjoying the experience. Some might feel that these precautions take away from the spontaneity of the moment, but in reality, they are a demonstration of care and respect for one another's well-being. In the long run, prioritizing health and safety only adds to the strength of the relationship. Knowing that both partners are responsible and proactive about their sexual health fosters a sense of trust that can deepen emotional intimacy. In fact, I believe that being able to have candid conversations about these topics, from STI prevention to mutual pleasure, reflects a level of maturity and respect that is foundational for any lasting relationship. At the end of the day, oral sex, like all forms of intimacy, should be about creating a space where both partners feel comfortable, cared for, and understood. It's not just about what happens physically. It's about the emotional connection that blossoms when two people are fully present with one another, open to both giving and receiving in a way that strengthens their bond. Whether or not oral sex is part of your relationship, the most important thing is ensuring that the love, respect, and communication are always flowing freely between you and your partner. That is where true intimacy begins, and that's what leads to a fulfilling, healthy relationship. When a woman chooses to perform oral sex on her partner, she is often revealing a deep layer of trust, confidence, and connection within the relationship. It's not just a physical act, it goes far beyond that. By engaging in this kind of intimate exchange, she is showing a profound sense of security in both herself and her partner. This security allows her to feel at ease exploring her own sexuality while sharing a vulnerable and genuine side of herself. In my view, such an act speaks to the comfort level she feels in the relationship, indicating that the emotional bond between her and her partner is strong enough to foster an environment where she feels safe to be fully expressive. Moreover, this level of intimacy is often intertwined with powerful feelings of love, desire, and devotion. When a woman engages in oral sex, she's not simply focusing on the physical aspect. She's making a conscious decision to provide her partner with pleasure, demonstrating that their happiness and satisfaction are important to her. It's an intimate way of showing care, one that communicates, "I am invested in your well-being, in your joy, and in making you feel loved." This act can be a manifestation of her deep emotional connection, allowing her to give herself fully to the moment, prioritizing not only her partner's pleasure but also the bond that they share. In my opinion, this type of intimacy often carries a level of self-assurance and confidence that should be recognized. A woman who feels comfortable enough to engage in such acts is often confident in her body, her desires, and her role in the relationship. She knows what she wants, and she feels secure enough to offer that vulnerability to her partner. That confidence is not only a testament to her own self-awareness, but also to the stability and trust she feels within the relationship. She trusts that her partner will appreciate and reciprocate that level of openness and intimacy, strengthening their connection both physically and emotionally. However, it's also important to acknowledge that oral sex, or any other form of intimacy, must always be built upon a foundation of mutual consent and communication. No one should ever feel pressure to engage in sexual activities that they are not comfortable with, and this is where clear, open conversations become essential. Discussing boundaries, preferences, and desires is crucial to ensuring that both partners feel respected and understood. A healthy sexual relationship thrives when both individuals are free to express what they are comfortable with, without fear of judgment or obligation. This is not just about ensuring physical comfort. It's about creating an emotional space where both partners can feel safe, valued, and heard. What's often overlooked in discussions of sexual intimacy is the emotional aspect that comes with it. Engaging in oral sex isn't just about pleasure, it's about the emotional connection that gets strengthened through such acts. When two people are willing to explore their desires together, especially in such an intimate way, it deepens the level of understanding between them. They learn more about each other's needs, preferences, and boundaries, and this, in turn, enhances their emotional closeness. In my experience, the couples who maintain open communication about their sexual desires tend to build stronger emotional bonds because they are constantly reaffirming their trust and respect for one another. This creates a lasting connection that extends beyond the bedroom, weaving into other areas of their relationship. In addition to the emotional connection, oral sex can also be an avenue for personal empowerment. For many women, the act of giving pleasure to their partner can foster a sense of control over their own sexuality. It's a moment where they can feel confident in their abilities to satisfy their partner and take charge of their own desires. This empowerment can be incredibly liberating, allowing women to embrace their sexuality in a way that feels both rewarding and fulfilling. It's a dynamic that benefits both partners. The giver feels empowered, and the receiver feels loved and cherished, creating a mutually satisfying experience that strengthens the relationship. Nevertheless, it's important to recognize that oral sex isn't for everyone, and that's completely okay. Each couple is unique, and so are their preferences when it comes to intimacy. Some couples may find that oral sex doesn't play a significant role in their sexual relationship, while others may see it as a key expression of their connection. What's important is that both partners feel comfortable and confident in their choices. Respecting each other's boundaries is essential for maintaining a healthy, balanced relationship. There's no right or wrong way to express love and intimacy, as long as both individuals feel valued, respected, and satisfied. Finally, it's critical to approach any form of sexual activity, including oral sex, with a commitment to safety and responsibility. Protecting both partners from sexually transmitted infections, STIs, is an essential part of ensuring a healthy sexual relationship. Using barriers like condoms or dental dams during oral sex can significantly reduce the risk of transmission and help preserve the well-being of both partners. Taking precautions doesn't diminish the intimacy or spontaneity of the moment. Rather, it shows a level of care and consideration for each other's health. In my view, these responsible choices only serve to enhance the trust and respect within the relationship, reinforcing the idea that both partners are committed to each other's well-being, both physically and emotionally. In conclusion, when a woman chooses to engage in oral sex with her partner, she's often expressing a multitude of emotions: confidence, trust, love, and desire. It's an intimate act that goes beyond physical pleasure, serving as a way to deepen the emotional and physical bond within the relationship. However, it's vital that this act, like all forms of intimacy, be rooted in mutual consent, respect, and open communication. Every couple is unique, and navigating these conversations with care and understanding is key to fostering a healthy, fulfilling sexual relationship. For many couples, oral sex becomes a profound way to express vulnerability and trust, creating a bridge between two people that strengthens both their emotional and physical connection. It's an intimate act that allows both partners to open up to one another in a way that fosters closeness and unity, deepening their bond beyond the surface. In my opinion, this type of openness can elevate emotional intimacy to new heights, which is often just as, if not more, important than the physical pleasure itself. When both individuals feel truly seen, heard, and respected within the relationship, they are more likely to experience a sense of harmony and balance in their interactions, not just during intimate moments but in all aspects of their relationship. Oral sex, much like other forms of intimacy, can create a safe space where both partners feel free to explore their desires and express their vulnerability. By letting down their guard, they allow for a deeper connection, one built on mutual trust and understanding. In my experience, this type of shared vulnerability can create a foundation of emotional security that benefits the relationship as a whole. It's not merely about the act itself, but about the openness it encourages, the ability to let go, to trust, and to be fully present with your partner. When both individuals feel safe in their intimacy, it becomes a powerful tool for strengthening the emotional bonds that are vital to long-term relationship satisfaction. But there's another layer to oral sex that often goes unspoken: the exploration of power dynamics within the relationship. For some couples, the act of giving and receiving pleasure through oral sex introduces a playful yet profound dynamic of control and submission. This can be incredibly exciting and empowering when both partners approach it with respect and consent. One partner may take the lead, while the other enjoys surrendering to the experience, creating a balance of power that enhances the sexual chemistry between them. Yet, it's crucial that both individuals feel they have equal agency within the relationship. The beauty of this dynamic lies in its mutual agreement. Both partners must be on the same page, ensuring that the power play is enjoyable and fulfilling for both parties involved. Exploring power dynamics through oral sex or other forms of intimacy can introduce an element of novelty and excitement, helping couples to break out of their usual routines and add new dimensions to their relationship. This exploration can be empowering for both partners, as it allows them to embrace different aspects of their sexuality in a consensual and playful manner. Whether one partner enjoys the feeling of control or the other finds satisfaction in submission, the key is always mutual respect and consent. This balance ensures that both individuals are comfortable and enthusiastic about the experience, allowing them to grow closer as they share in this dynamic. For many, oral sex also serves as a means of challenging societal norms or personal taboos. Cultural, religious, and societal attitudes towards sex can deeply influence how people view various forms of intimacy, including oral sex. Some individuals may have grown up in environments where discussing or engaging in such acts was considered inappropriate or even shameful. However, within the privacy of a trusting relationship, exploring these once taboo acts can be incredibly liberating. It can provide an opportunity for couples to redefine their own sexual identities and embrace aspects of their sexuality they may have previously felt uncertain about. Breaking down these societal barriers within the context of a loving relationship can lead to tremendous personal growth. It allows individuals to confront their own internalized beliefs about sex and intimacy, often resulting in a more liberated, confident sense of self. In this process, couples can support each other as they navigate these discoveries, creating a deeper understanding of one another's desires and boundaries. This mutual exploration can transform the relationship, helping both partners become more attuned to their own and each other's needs, which fosters a more satisfying and well-rounded partnership. In my view, challenging taboos and exploring new dimensions of intimacy is not just about the physical act itself. It's about what it represents. It's about breaking free from the limitations imposed by society or personal insecurities, and allowing yourself and your partner to fully embrace all aspects of your relationship. This sense of liberation can be incredibly empowering and can lead to a stronger emotional connection as both partners feel more comfortable expressing themselves without fear of judgment. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Ultimately, oral sex, like many other forms of intimacy, holds the potential to deepen emotional connection, encourage personal growth, and challenge societal norms, all while enhancing the physical bond between partners. It can serve as a powerful tool for couples to explore new dimensions of their relationship, provided it's approached with mutual respect, open communication, and a focus on shared pleasure. The most important takeaway is that, whether a couple chooses to engage in oral sex or not, the foundation of any healthy relationship is trust, respect, and the willingness to communicate openly about one's desires and boundaries. When these elements are in place, intimacy, whether emotional, physical, or both, becomes a transformative experience that strengthens the bond between partners. Maintaining sexual health is a crucial aspect of any intimate relationship. It's not just about the physical act of being together. It's about ensuring that both partners feel safe, respected, and cared for. This includes taking proactive measures to protect against sexually transmitted infections, STIs, and other health-related concerns. By being mindful of their health status and engaging in regular checkups, couples can ensure that their sexual relationship remains not only pleasurable but also safe. Open, honest discussions about sexual health are vital in this process. When partners feel comfortable talking about their health and any concerns they may have, it fosters an environment of trust and transparency. This openness helps prevent misunderstandings and reinforces the bond of mutual respect and care that is essential for a healthy relationship. Using protection, such as condoms or dental dams, is another important aspect of maintaining sexual health. Even in long-term, committed relationships, it's wise to take precautions to minimize the risk of infections, especially if either partner has had previous sexual partners. Protection can offer peace of mind, allowing both individuals to fully enjoy their intimacy without the worry of potential health issues. In my opinion, prioritizing health shows a level of maturity and responsibility that strengthens the relationship as a whole. When both partners are mindful of protecting each other, it creates a deeper sense of care and respect, reinforcing the emotional connection between them. That being said, every relationship is unique. What works for one couple might not work for another, and that's perfectly okay. The key to a fulfilling and healthy relationship is finding what brings both partners joy, pleasure, and a sense of closeness. Some couples may find oral sex to be a central part of their intimacy, while others may not engage in it at all. The beauty of any relationship lies in its individuality, the ability for two people to navigate their own preferences, boundaries, and desires together. The most important thing is that both partners feel comfortable and respected. This requires ongoing communication, where both individuals are free to express their needs and boundaries without fear of judgment or pressure. From my perspective, oral sex, like many other forms of intimacy, can be a powerful expression of love and trust. For some women, choosing to engage in oral sex with their partner can signify a deep level of emotional connection and care. It's not just about the physical pleasure being provided, it's about showing love and affection in a deeply personal way. Through this act, a woman might feel she is offering a part of herself, showing her partner that she values their pleasure and well-being. This kind of selfless act can strengthen the bond between partners, creating a sense of mutual appreciation and intimacy that goes beyond words. However, it's essential to remember that the choice to engage in any intimate act, including oral sex, must always be based on mutual respect and open communication. No one should ever feel pressured or obligated to do something they are not comfortable with. Consent is a cornerstone of any healthy relationship, and both partners need to feel that their boundaries are being respected. If one person is hesitant or unsure about engaging in oral sex or any other sexual practice, it's crucial to have an open dialogue about those feelings. In doing so, both individuals can ensure that they are on the same page and that their sexual experiences are enjoyable and fulfilling for both parties. In many relationships, oral sex can be seen as a way to deepen emotional and physical connections. It allows both partners to explore new dimensions of pleasure and vulnerability. For some, the act of giving and receiving oral sex can be a profoundly intimate experience, one that builds trust and reinforces the bond they share. It's not just about physical pleasure, it's about the emotional closeness that comes from being vulnerable with one another in such a personal way. When both partners feel comfortable and secure in their intimacy, they are more likely to experience a deeper connection that extends beyond the bedroom and into other aspects of their relationship. Another aspect of oral sex that is often overlooked is the potential to explore different dynamics within the relationship. For some couples, the act of giving or receiving pleasure through oral sex introduces elements of power and submission. These dynamics can be exciting and empowering when practiced consensually and respectfully. It's important, however, for both partners to feel that they have equal agency in the relationship. Any exploration of power dynamics should be mutually agreed upon and conducted in a way that ensures both individuals feel comfortable and respected. In this sense, oral sex can serve as a way to explore not just physical pleasure but also the nuances of power, control, and trust within the relationship. For many couples, engaging in oral sex can also be a way to challenge societal norms or personal taboos. Cultural and religious attitudes towards sex often influence people's views on intimacy, and for some, oral sex may have been considered taboo or inappropriate in the past. However, within the privacy and trust of a loving relationship, exploring these acts can be incredibly liberating. It can allow couples to break free from the limitations of societal expectations and explore their sexuality in ways that feel authentic to them. This kind of exploration can lead to personal growth and a deeper understanding of one's own desires and boundaries. By challenging these taboos, couples can create a more open and honest dialogue about their sexual needs and preferences. This can result in a more satisfying and fulfilling relationship, where both partners feel free to express themselves without fear of judgment. In my opinion, this type of liberation within a relationship can bring couples closer together, as they learn to understand and embrace each other's sexuality in new and meaningful ways. It's about creating a space where both individuals feel empowered to explore their desires while maintaining mutual respect and care. In conclusion, oral sex, like any other form of intimacy, can be a powerful way for couples to express love, trust, and care. For many women, choosing to perform oral sex on their partner can signify a deep emotional connection and a willingness to provide pleasure and happiness. However, it's crucial that this choice is made in the context of mutual respect and clear communication. Every couple is unique, and the most important thing is that both partners feel valued, comfortable, and satisfied in their sexual relationship. Whether or not oral sex is a significant part of a couple's intimacy, the foundation of any successful relationship lies in the ability to communicate openly, respect each other's boundaries, and build a bond that is based on trust, care, and mutual understanding. When these elements are in place, intimacy becomes a deeply fulfilling experience that strengthens both the emotional and physical connection between partners. Thank you so much for joining me in this in-depth exploration of intimacy, trust, and emotional connection in relationships. Now, I want to hear from you. What have you learned so far? Comment below with one thing you've learned from this discussion and how you plan to bring it into practice in your own life. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content. Your support helps us continue these meaningful conversations. Until next time, take care and continue to nurture the love in your life.